Hey guys, we're so excited to get into this video. But before we get started, for those of you who don't know, my name is Natalie.
And I'm Valerie. So today we're going to talk to you guys about 7 breakthrough ways on how to be confident.
By telling you guys what confidence is to us. So I'm gonna start by telling you guys that I wasn't always confident. You know, I grew up in a life where I didn't feel like I was good enough. I wasn't given enough encouragement. So I always felt like I just wasn't good enough. I couldn't do anything, I guess, right. Then I started realizing that I was thinking those things about myself, and I realized I literally had no confidence. I was a shy little girl that didn't want to step on stage or didn't want to shake that person's hand because I just felt they would look down on me and think of me as a little person. And you know, that's what, and it's crazy because I'm totally different. I'm actually very confident. I'm not talking about like confident in terms of like I think, oh my gosh, I'm beautiful and this and that. No, not at all. It was never about looks to me. It was always about internal, how I was internally. It was never about looks. Never really cared much about what I looked like, but it was always internal part where I didn't feel as if I was good enough. But that's changed, and I'll tell you guys all about it in the video.
Yeah, for example, like just thinking you're not good enough for, you know, like she said, like you mentioned, you know, shaking somebody's hand. Yeah. You feel like you're not good enough or you're not at their level. And so I feel the same way growing up, getting up on stage just like you. I mean, it was always nerve-wracking, you know, and get nervous and, oh, people are going to think this about us. We would worry about, well, I would worry about what others thought. And at the end of the day, honestly, that never really mattered. I mean, what mattered is about how you felt, what you wanted to do. If you're going to do it, go for it, you know, shoot for the stars. And eventually, as I grew up, I realized that my confidence is what's going to get me far in life. So it's whether or not I wanted to go far, I had to get up and do it myself. Yeah. Nobody was going to take me there. So it all started with confidence, self-confidence.
Number 1 is affirmations. You guys, affirmations, for those of you who don't know, is words of encouragement to yourself. So, such as, for example, telling yourself, you know, I'm beautiful, even when you don't feel that you're beautiful. But just telling yourself, I'm beautiful, can actually change the way you think and kind of like trick your brain into believing that. So, affirmations are very, very, you know, important to do to gain self-confidence. What do you think, Belle? Like
when you wake up in the morning, speaking positive words into your life about yourself or about your day can definitely get you going in the right direction. It can change your day. So, for example, telling yourself is going to be a great day can change your thoughts into positive thinking for the rest of your day. I
was once told that affirmations can really like boost your confidence, and because I wasn't always as confident as you know I told you before, but I began telling myself, looking in the mirror and looking at myself in the eye and telling myself I am beautiful, I am strong, I am independent. And at times I didn't believe those things, but I knew that what was told to me, they told me that you say those things to yourself even if you don't believe it, because the more you tell yourself that you're beautiful, you know, that you're strong, then eventually you will become that and you will believe it. And that's just one way I, you know, taught myself. I mean, I boost my confidence, and I feel like many of you guys should do the same, and it really works. You start believing the things you tell yourself, you know.
You know, I definitely agree. What you speak and comes to truth, it becomes your life, and you believe it. So if you go out about your day speaking negative things such as, I don't know if I'm going to have time, or I'm not good enough for this interview, for example, I mean, then it's gonna be, you're not gonna be good enough for the interview, you won't get the job, I mean, you're gonna have a bad day. But instead of doing that, just wake up with a positive spirit, tell yourself you can do this, that you're beautiful, you're strong, you know, just positive words. It is gonna, and it will change the rest of your day.
And eventually the rest of your life.
The rest of your life, exactly. So number 2, we're going to be talking about living limitlessly. In other words, not being afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone in everything you do.
You gotta live your life as if you can do everything and anything, because if you don't, you'll never know where you can go. You'll never know how good you can be. And there will be times where you fail, but at least you tried and you know that, you gotta do it a different way. But you wouldn't have known that if you didn't take that chance. So take chances, don't be afraid.
Don't let anything scare you. Go for it. You're the only one that's going to know how far you can go with everything you do in life if you just go for it. I mean, don't let anything stop you. Don't be afraid.
Fear.
Yeah.
Fear is a real
Fear is a liar. Definitely fear is a liar, and you cannot let your emotions get the best of you. I always thought, like with my profession, my job, when it comes to, just doing something out of your comfort zone, I just go for it now. I mean, it takes you places where you don't believe. You wouldn't get there unless you took chances.
Fear, like that song, is a liar. I think that's why you said it.
Yeah.
Fear is a liar. Yes. Anyways, fear is so real, you guys, and we are being attacked every day by fear. And so I was very fearful, and I'm sure we've both overcome certain fears of ours and a lot of our fears.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I do feel unstoppable because the fact that I've faced most of my fears and I feel like I'm unstoppable. I don't know if that makes any sense. I feel stronger and more confident, like I'm able to do more in life. So facing your fears, and don't let your fears stop you from doing anything you want to do. Don't allow that to dictate your life.
Yeah, don't let that be a roadblock. Definitely don't let that be a roadblock. Fear can definitely pull you away from success, from family, from speaking your mind. As long as you're confident in what you believe, speak it, say it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, I mean, don't let anybody bring you down, especially fear.
Yes. Number 3, positive thinking. Positive thinking is basically positive thoughts, positive thoughts. Change your negative thinking to positive thinking.
There's a lot of times when I go places where all of a sudden a negative thought comes to mind, and in order for me to change my mood into a good mood, I have to switch up. I have to ignore that negative thought and just, turn it into something positive. Or if you're driving, for example.
But how do you catch that? Like, how do you catch your negative thoughts? Because it's so human. It's human nature.
Well, I'll give you an example because I was just speaking about this. When you're driving, I mean, I'm not saying we all have road rage, but I do get upset.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I do get upset when I drive and there's a driver like right behind me, rear-ending me. I do say some things to myself, or maybe I think bad thoughts, but then as soon as you believe, or as soon as you think that bad thought, just be like, oh, you know what? Maybe it's
they're going to the hospital.
Yeah, maybe they're running late to work. Maybe they're going to a hospital. Maybe his wife's in labor. Who knows what it could be? Instead of just speaking or thinking negative thoughts, just be like, you know what? I'm going to move out of his way so he can get to where he's going. Maybe it's an emergency, and we're not going to allow that person to contribute to our day and ruin it for us.
Exactly.
So that's the kind of positive thinking that I think of when we say positive thinking.
Yeah.
It's a good example.
I mean, I don't know how many negative thoughts can come to our mind every day, but it's catching those negative thoughts and telling yourself, like, no, I'm gonna stop that, because even if it's true, I'm gonna stop that and twist that around, instead of saying, today, it's a rainy day today, shoot, I can't do what I had planned today, darn it. That's negative thinking. That's gonna shape your mood, believe it or not. And so instead of just telling yourself, I have to stay home, that sucks, just say, this is gonna be a beautiful day, I'm gonna relax by the fire and just drink hot cocoa. You know what I mean? Change the way you think, because then that's gonna uplift your mood and you're looking forward to doing something, and it really does shape how you act throughout your day.
Exactly. And we are human, so if you catch yourself, if you realize that a negative thought brought a problem in your family or it affected your day, go back, acknowledge it, and apologize to whoever it affected, whether it's affecting yourself. Just apologize, say, Lord, forgive me. Apologize to that person, because it allows you to,
trying to get rid of that negative thing that's clean to you, even though it's
exactly there. You go.
You don't want to have anything kept inside of you when you can just simply apologize, or maybe mention whatever the problem is to the other person.
Yeah.
Get it off your shoulders. It's not that big of a deal.
And it will never be brought up again after that. So, I mean, so catching your negative thoughts and acknowledging them as well is,
and you keep your relationships
exactly
tight.
Yeah. When like I said, we're all humans, so we're not perfect.
Yeah.
Number 4, self-image. Taking care of your physical appearance.
Believe it or not, you feel how you look. And that just goes to say, like, you wake up, you don't take a shower, you don't get dressed, you're in your pajamas all day. Don't get me wrong, those days are amazing. But if you're doing that constantly, you're gonna feel down about yourself and about your looks. And you know, a simple change can change the way you feel about yourself and your confidence level. You know, so get up, take a shower, get dressed, brush your teeth, put your deodorant on, put some nice clothes on, and then that will really change the way you feel about yourself that day.
Taking care of yourself, the way you take care of yourself is the way you're going to take care of yourself outside of your home. So waking up, not only doing your makeup, taking a shower, doing your makeup, getting dressed, but also, you know, making your routine a positive routine, you know, staying positive, and just, I don't know, that can affect your day, honestly. Waking up, fixing your bed is simple. A lot of us don't do it every day, but I mean, we have to do something that's going to make us feel good about ourselves.
Sometimes you wake up feeling like, you know, a mess. You don't have to allow yourself to feel down. You know, do something about it. Don't allow yourself to feel a certain way when you can actually fix your physical appearance. There's nothing wrong about that at all. You want to make yourself your best version of yourself, so do it, and that's going to help your confidence.
But you don't want to rely on your appearance as well. So when we're telling you to go get ready, it's not just so you can look pretty, it's just so you can feel good about yourself. On the inside. Yeah, regardless of what anybody else thinks. If throwing your hair in a bun or in a ponytail and just, you know, putting slight foundation on, if that's who you are and that makes you feel good about yourself, then do it. Don't
do it for other people.
Yeah, do it for yourself.
Do it for yourself, you know. You're not here to impress anyone. You're just doing it. This is solely for your own self-confidence. That's it.
Exactly.
Number 5, fake it till you make it. And so what we mean by that is, if you're feeling down one day, put that frown upside down and it'll make you feel a little better inside, because if you continue up with that frown, then it's going to dictate how you act. So act the opposite of how you're feeling if it's a negative emotion you're feeling.
Yeah, like we said before, we're all human and we're gonna feel sad, you know, mad, angry, upset, frustrated. And when you do feel that, you incorporate the positive thinking, and then you also incorporate the fake it till you make it, which means throw a smile on your face. You don't want to go to work with a frown. You put a smile on your face. You greet those customers, whether, you know, depending on where you work, and that helps. That honestly does help with how you react and how you feel and how you act towards other people. So
yeah, you don't want to act how you feel if you're feeling down. You just don't, because you'll continue to feel that way all day. And just try making a change. You kind of like at least try to do something positive for yourself, or think positive thoughts, like Valerie was saying, positive thoughts, you know, and fake it till you make it, because sometimes that actually works. So
number 6, self-awareness, knowing who you are within.
It's very important to know who you are, because when you're not confident, to be honest, you don't know who you are, because we're all created as beautiful human beings, and to get to know who you really are, you get to know like your soul, your deep down soul, because God made us, you know, imperfect, but imperfectly perfect. That's how I like to see it. And so getting to know who you are, like on the inside, taking the time to just figure out what you like, what are you good at, and stuff like that's very important, because then you start to think like, wow, like I didn't know, you know, I didn't know I had this many positive qualities about myself. And it really changes the way you think about yourself, and it does boost your confidence, you know. I'd like to personally, is by just taking my time and, you know, reading the Bible, because I connect with that. I don't know, you guys may want to meditate, maybe go to the gym, have that sort of peace where your mind is free and where you can just think about who you truly are. Maybe just reading a book of, I don't necessarily want to say self-help book, but that's a good start, I guess.
Oh, so, like setting a self routine in the morning. It allows you to learn a lot about yourself. Writing in a journal. I used to love to write, and I honestly haven't been, but writing your deep thoughts in a journal, reading the Bible, doing devotionals, worshiping. You know, I don't know if you meditate, like she mentioned before.
Going to church too.
Yeah, I mean, find your inner soul, and that allows you to build confidence. Just knowing who you are alone is going to bring you to like a portion of life to where you never really even thought you can go. You know, and a lot of people go on with their days, focusing on everything and everyone else but themselves. And honestly, it begins with you. It begins with yourself. Yeah. So taking time to get to know yourself is really, really important.
Yes. Number 7, surround yourself with confident people. Hang around those who are confident people. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, surrounding yourself with people who have a lot going for their lives, who are accomplishing their goals. Positive people can just be around positive energy. Doesn't necessarily have to do with their life goals either, but just making sure you don't surround yourself with people that don't believe in themselves or don't, you know, or who are not like interested in reaching for higher goals.
Confidence is contagious, so when you're around people who are like have nothing but positive vibes and confidence, that will go on to you. So it's very important to do that. I know that these past several years of my life, I've traveled a lot to a lot of places, and oh my gosh, I've hung around with people. Okay, I guess you could say I wasn't as confident as I am today. So there was times where I would be around people who are like big people in the world, I guess, and I felt like this. I really did. And I remember telling my boyfriend, you know, I feel like I shouldn't even be in this room. And obviously he would talk to me and explain to me and stuff like that, encourage me. So as the years went on, I would constantly be around these people, like, and we're talking about like people who are actually doing big things in life, in their lives. And so as I began hanging around them, my confidence levels boost dramatically, and I've noticed a big difference in my mindset and how I speak to people just because it rubbed off, you know, on me. And it's huge, and I truly believe that confidence is contagious.
Yeah, and it's like you start off like you did. You didn't start off confident, right?
No,
you fake it. That's when you use fake it till you make it.
Oh man, I was faking it. I was faking it with my heels, my blazer jacket. Like, hello, I'm Natalie. That's what I would do. But reality, I was just an average person. You know?
But you're who you are. You're who you make yourself out to be.
I still am the same person, by the way, but I feel like this now. I feel like,
for example, like when I started working, I remember I had to talk to like millionaires on the phone, and I remember the first time I was so nervous. I got on the phone and I was just like, and this had to do with real estate, so you know, not that I'm a millionaire or anything, but it had to do with real estate, and they're big time cash buyers. And I remember speaking to one person who I had a call, had like an appointment, and I was so nervous. Okay, I spoke to this guy, and I sounded like I was talking to my next door neighbor, honestly. He was so laid back, so calm. He, besides talking about the job, he was talking about life. Like it was just like a normal person. So we sometimes exaggerate others, or we make ourselves feel this small, but in reality we're equal. I mean, money honestly doesn't make anybody more or less. You know, it's all about what you make yourself to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's so true.
If you want to be, you know, if you want to feel like $1 million, feel like $1 million.
Put that blazer on, put those heels on, go out and go to, what is it, like a dinner party and shake hands.
Yeah,
there you go, you made it. And the truth is,
they don't know. And they don't know.
It's how you present yourself.
Yeah, present yourself, exactly. So,
yeah. But we feel like $1 million bucks right now, talking to you guys.
Yes, exactly. We want you to feel the same.
Yeah. Those are our 7 ways, you know, to be more confident today. You know, we really hope you guys implement those tips into your life, and let us know, like, you know, let us know what you're doing to make a difference. For those of you who aren't as confident, you know, let us know if it makes a difference in your life. And for those of you who are confident, keep going, keep pushing. You're doing great, and we're there with you.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. We take these encouraging tips into your life and see where they can take you. There are also many more other tips as well, but these are the 7 that we decided to speak about, and we hope that you guys, or we hope that it helps you in your life.
It changed our lives. Just remember that you guys are all beautiful. We're all created in the image of God, so we're all perfectly imperfect people, and there's nothing you can't do. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let us know if this helped you guys. Let us know what questions you guys have for us, or what other video ideas. Let us know, and
comment below.
More than happy to make those videos for you guys.
Yes, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
Make sure to click that bell notification down below, right where the little bell's at. Click it, turn it on, because that will notify you every time we post a video, and you will never be late on our videos, especially since we do giveaways. So keep an eye out on that, and until next time, we'll see you then.
Bye.